Welcome back to Clark's Ring Rants. Let's get straight into today's video. Some breaking news, and Zuffa Boxing have added to their ever expanding roster. This time they've signed former cruiserweight world champion Chris Billam Smith on a multi-fight deal. He'll be fighting on Zuffa and on Sky Sports moving forward. Let's talk about it. Just before we go any further, if you could do me a massive favour, make sure you drop a like on this video, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button too. It's really appreciated. We're pushing, we're growing every week on this channel, and it's all down to you guys. Back into the video. So Chris Billam Smith has signed with Zuffa. Another one bites the dust from Boxer. It's another fighter Ben Shalom has lost, adding to his ever-growing list. And I suppose this move makes sense for Chris Billam Smith. If he wants a big fight, I tell you what, this will be music to Jai Opetaia's ears. It pretty much confirms that Jai Opetaia will be taking on Chris Billam Smith in a defence of his Zuffa Cruiserweight World title. We know there was an opportunity for these two to fight a couple of years back, but Chris Billam Smith ultimately turned that opportunity down. He went on to have a unification with Zurdo Ramirez instead, which he ultimately lost. And since then, he's had the fight with Brandon Glanton, and he's been out in the cold a little bit. There's not been much going on in terms of Chris Billam Smith's career. There was rumours he was going to move up to heavyweight, but I'll be honest, I don't really see Chris Billam Smith achieving much at heavyweight. He's not a massive puncher as it is down at cruiserweight. It's not like Richard Riakporhe, ironically, who he beat. But Richard Riakporhe's got the power to carry up to heavyweight. He can put on that extra size and he can probably do some damage. But Chris Billam Smith, I don't really see him having the requisite skills to be successful up at heavyweight. So I think this move over to Zuffa actually does make a bit of sense for him. He can get the Jai Opetaia fight. He can get a bit of decent exposure. He can headline some events on Sky Sports as well. Because if he didn't do that, what was he going to do instead? Maybe he'd have fought Vidal Riley for a vacant world title. But who knows? I don't think he'd have won that fight anyway. So why not go for the big dog? Why not finally fight Jai Opetaia? It's a shame we didn't get it a few years ago. It could have been a unification fight for two sanctioning body belts. Now we're just getting it for the Zuffa belt. But hey, it'll be a good fight when it's announced. I think that's the obvious play here. They've signed him to get Jai Opetaia a fight, to stop Jai Opetaia kicking off and like, hey, what am I doing? I'm over here. I fought Brandon Glanton. What next? I want a big fight. That's all Jai Opetaia wants. He wants the big fights. He wants the smoke. He wants unifications. He wants to be undisputed. I think you can kiss goodbye to that, Jai. But here, you've got a good fight. You've got a worthy challenger in front of you. Obviously, Chris Billam Smith has also beaten Brandon Glanton. He beat him in April of last year. So it'll be good to go up against Chris Billam Smith for Jai Opetaia. He's a good opponent. And I suppose the move makes sense for him as well. But yeah, just a little bit of breaking news there. We've got another fighter announced heading over to Zuffa. We had Richardson Hitchens last week. We had Edgar Berlanga heading over to Zuffa. And now we've got Chris Billam Smith joining their roster. And it'll be interesting to see what other British fighters they look to tie up, because we know they've got this multi-fight deal with Sky Sports. They're going to be putting on 5 shows a year in England. So they're going to need some card fillers. They're going to need some UK fighters. They've got Conor Benn. We don't know what's going on with him moving forward. It was initially just a 1-fight deal with Zuffa. He had that fight on the weekend against Prograis, where he flattered to deceive. So moving forward, what's Conor Benn going to be doing? You would have thought they're going to need a few more British fighters to bolster those ranks. But who could they be? What British fighters are they going to look to target? Are they going to come back and raid Ben Shalom's stable? Could Adam Azim be next? Or are they going to look elsewhere to fill those cards? But yeah, let me know what you think. Just a little bit of breaking news. Chris Billam Smith signs with Zuffa, and it seems pretty inevitable now that he's going to be taking on Jai Opetaia in the not too near distant future. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this a good fight? Is this a good move for Chris Billam Smith? Or should he have stayed with Boxer and kept his options open moving forward? Or at this stage of the game, at this stage of his career, was this the best option for Chris Billam Smith? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.